All right, we're exiting a school parking lot. You got to be super careful with kiddos, crosswalks. Make sure that you stay under the posted speed limit. In this case, of course, it's going to be a school zone. Make complete stops. In this case, I'm going to have to take the second lane or the outside lane because there's cars lined up in the right lane, making it a little bit difficult to turn. You want to make sure that you stay at the school speed limit or school zone speed limit until you exit the school zone. In most cases, you're looking at about 20 miles per hour through these school zones or less. Here, I'm going straight, so you want to make sure you look out for oncoming traffic. See those folks that are turning left. Notice the 40-mile-an-hour speed limit zone. That's when I can increase back up to 40 miles an hour. So you want to go ahead and accelerate through. I'm going to go ahead and stay in the left lane because I'm going to turn left up the road. Makes it a little bit easier. You'll notice the center median dividing oncoming traffic through and oncoming traffic. You want to make sure that you're careful with vehicles that are exiting from the side streets. Maintain your lane position. Make sure you check your rear view, side view mirrors. Scan the road left and right. You see that car on the right hand side. Start looking at the traffic light right about now. Light's still green. It's a still green light because I didn't actually see it turn green. And then you slow down as you approach. Check your rear view. Make sure you stop before the crosswalk and the stop line. See traffic coming from the right. Oncoming traffic, once again, you've got that center median, that cement median separating through traffic and oncoming traffic. Speed limit is 40 miles an hour. You want to check your rear view. Make sure you look left and right before you proceed through. Whoa, that guy. Accelerate through. Maintain lane position. Now, as we approach this next intersection is going to be a three-way stop. So we're going to have to stop. Oncoming traffic has to stop, and traffic coming from the left has to stop. Watch out with that vehicle there. You notice how they pulled out. Check your rearview mirror. Now, once we get through this three-way stop, or before we get through this three-way stop, you want to make sure that when you approach, if there's traffic in front of you, you want to make sure that you stop with plenty of distance, plenty of space. You should be able to see the back tires of the vehicle in front of you touching the surface of the ground. And when you do get to the stop sign, make sure that you make a complete stop. You want to yield the right-of-way. Remember, whoever gets to the intersection first has right-of-way. If there's a little bit of confusion, you're not sure, then go ahead and yield the right-of-way to other vehicles to prevent putting yourself in a situation where there might be some confusion and ultimately a crash. So as we approach slowly, carefully, scanning the road left and right. You want to make sure you make a complete stop. Once you stop, you go ahead and proceed. And then put your left blinker on. I'm going to make a left-hand turn, so I've got my left blinker on. I'm checking my rear view. When I make this left, I want to make sure that I'm careful with oncoming traffic. This one's a little bit tricky because this actually merges from 2 lanes to 1. There's a yield sign. You see the yield. You want to approach carefully. There's an oncoming car. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go ahead and wait. It's a safe thing to do. Plenty of cars that are in the through lane. Once this cluster of traffic clears, then I can go ahead and make my left-hand turn. And that person was kind enough to stop. Thank you very much. Accelerate through. Now here you have to be extra careful because you're merging from 2 lanes to 1. You want to check your rear view mirror. Check your side view mirror. Keep scanning the road left and right. Accelerate through, and you notice how traffic in the right lane merged into the left. Now we're going to enter the freeway. You want to put your left hand blinker on way ahead of time. Signal your intentions. Merge in. Now the interesting thing about this on-ramp is that it actually turns into its own lane. I'm going to go ahead and stay in the right lane mainly because I'm going to exit about a mile up the road. You want to make sure that you accelerate up to highway speed limit 65 miles an hour. You want to make sure you maintain a gap, the proper space, at least 2 to 4 seconds. How do we know if we have at least 2 to 4 seconds? Well, let's go ahead and check. We're going to pick an object on the side of the road. fixed object, and we'll start counting. And 1001, 1002, 1003. So plenty of space between myself and the vehicle in front. You want to watch that car on the left-hand side. Traffic starts to slow down because of morning rush hour congestion. Keep that safe following distance. Notice the cars in the center lane have their brake lights on. I'm going to put my right blinker on because I'm going to exit. Now, because I'm in the right lane, I have to exit. Got to watch out for vehicles that maybe are in the wrong lane and try to pull out in front of you. Once I exit, I take my blinker off, check my rear view, scan the road, stay in my lane. Now I'm going to be making a left-hand turn, or taking a U-turn actually, under a freeway. So I put my left blinker on, change lanes, check my blind spot, slow down. And here I have the option to either make a left, go straight, or make a U-turn. I'm going to go ahead and make the U-turn. Check my rear view. Now this is a bit of a tricky one because there is no yield sign here. Vehicles do have a tendency to stop and yield because they want to pull into the shopping center that's in the right-hand lane, which is not only unsafe, it can cause crashes. So you want to accelerate through. I'm going to put my right blinker on. I'm going to check my blind spot, look over my shoulder, check my mirrors, gradually change lanes, accelerate through the lane change, take my blinker off. Once I do that, I'm going to check my rear view mirror again, side view mirror. I'm going to put my right blinker on, I'm going to check my blind spot, and I'm going to go ahead and make a lane change to the right, gradually. Now here, again, it's a little tricky because you're making a lane change on a slight curve. So this does take some practice. I'm going to stay in the right lane. I'm on an access road. Speed limit 10 miles per hour. That's the highest speed that you can take this curve at. So you want to make sure that you slow down ahead of time. Again, check your mirrors, scan the road. Lane position is important. You want to make sure that you're cautious. Once you come out of the turn, you go ahead and accelerate gradually. Check your rear view again. Scan the road. Check your mirrors. Cover the brake as you're coming into the turn and accelerate coming out. I'm going to turn right into this parking lot, so I'm going to put my right blinker on at least 100 feet in advance. Check my mirrors. Hand over hand, or hand to hand. Cover the brake, accelerate coming out of the turn. Now once I'm in a parking lot, I want to be extra careful. You want to go about 5-10 miles an hour tops. I'm going to put my right blinker on. This is called perpendicular parking. I'm going to pick a spot. I'm going to stay in the right lane, or in the right part of the lane, the road. Blinker on. Want to approach carefully, slowly, check my mirrors, and hand over hand as I'm covering the brake. Boom. Good to go. Put the car in park. Once I put it in park, I'm good to go.